Well, I'm glad you guys are here and looking so good and sharp. Absolutely.
It really is a nice spot, by the way.
Thanks,
Sincerely.
appreciate it. Hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Mike.
How's it
Tony.
going?
It's good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
What a great,
Yeah.
what a great place.
Thank you.
It's great, amazing studio for production.
Thanks. We just opened it this spring.
COVID. Well,
COVID.
thank you very much for TaylorMade Media to help us produce our first virtual annual meeting.
Well, it's
I
our
see our
pleasure.
marketing communications folks are ready to roll, and your production staff.
The gang is all here, and we're ready to rock.
Okay.
All right, we'll take some places.
Great.
Okay.
In here? Okay.
Yeah.
Can we do masks off?
Masks off is fine.
Masks off?
We're all distanced and ready to go.
All right. Ready?
Yes.
Since this is a board leadership transition year, Tony Morris, Esquire, our outgoing chair, will review some of the accomplishments under his tenure. And Mike DeHaven, CPA, our new chair of the board, will help us look ahead. I'll try to fill in some details from my vantage point as CEO. Tony, when 2020 started, you were still chair of the board. We had just finished up our enormously successful 25th anniversary celebration.
Yes, the good old days. The celebration so big it would last all year. Our faces of philanthropy were all over Chester County, on signs, banners, magazines, newspapers, and on social media. We hosted enormously successful philanthropy TED Talks in Phoenixville, Westchester, and Kennett Square. We hosted an incredibly tasteful Silver Sweet Charity at the Whitford Country Club. Franny and Franny Abbott graciously hosted an outstanding reception at their party barn in Westchester. We surpassed our goals with far, far more than 25 people starting new legacy funds at the foundation.
And if all that wasn't enough, just as our 25th year was winding up, we decided to undertake some concerted strategic planning.
Yes, sir, Mike. We retained the power team of Noel and Bob Stanek to guide us through a series of planning discussions, starting in November and continuing through New Year's and into February and March. We convened constituent groups, surveyed the community, and assessed our internal strengths and vulnerabilities. We scanned our external trends and their impact on the foundation. We reaffirmed our mission statement, refined our vision statement and our core values, and prioritized our overarching goals. We got excited about some new philanthropy leadership initiatives that we'd come up with. I was delighted when the board gave a thumbs up to our new strategic plan in February and was poised to approve it in early March 2020. And then
COVID struck. Okay, so COVID struck in March 2020 in a way no one in the world had imagined. At the Community Foundation, we too, like everyone else, we were taken by surprise. We were somewhat stunned, wondering what the heck was going on. After a bit of disbelief, we shook it off, and we did our best to step up. This is where Noel and Bob Stanek's evergreen planning process really helped give us focus and backbone. The week before the board approved our strategic plan, we rallied and we discerned what COVID overlay do we have to add to each of our overarching goals? What are we going to be able to move ahead on? And what is going to be put on the back burner while we figure out this COVID thing? Then the board approved our plan with its newly added COVID overlay, but staff was already off and running. We took our community leadership overarching goal very seriously, and we forged ahead to help the nonprofit sector deal with COVID. In our planning process, we had outlined the dozens of groups that the Community Foundation is affiliated with. As we mobilized for COVID, those affiliations grew into stronger partnerships. Our 2020 collaborative, proactive philanthropic leadership activities include 4 COVID-inspired initiatives. Number 1, the Community Foundation staff pitched in to coordinate the regional philanthropic response. We convened and participated in weekly virtual briefings, locally with the Chester County funders, regionally with the Philanthropy Network of Greater Philadelphia and the Community Foundations for Pennsylvania, and nationally with the Council on Foundations. But furthermore, the Community Foundation's website has become a repository of regional COVID funding information. Donors, grant makers, and nonprofits can view nearly 200 nonprofit proposals and regional COVID grants awarded in dozens of funding sources. Number 2, our COVID-19 Rapid Response Fund. We have mobilized new donors, fund advisors, and weekly virtual grant panels. In COVID's first 6 months, between our virtual grant panels and our donor advised fund families, we've granted nearly $500,000 to keep Chester County's essential health and human service nonprofits working to benefit the community and to help arts, culture, heritage, environmental, and educational nonprofits reopen in small steps safely. Number 3, we converted our very popular Food for Thought gatherings for nonprofit senior staff and board members into weekly virtual events. To date, more than 500 viewers have Zoomed in to learn from the best in heartwarming and heart-wrenching case studies by Longwood Gardens and the YMCA Brandywine. As well, we've presented COVID-focused trainings on crisis communications, virtual events, donor stewardship, program refinement, pivoting, board governance, fundraising, and fiscal responsibility in a time of COVID. And number 4, our social media campaigns. We've included a series, Nonprofits Provide Relief, Profiles in Philanthropy, Social Justice, and Get Out the Vote. Our social media analytics are skyrocketing. Yet, amidst the worldwide tumult of COVID and calls for social and civic equity, people continue to think ahead and consider the common good. This year, 30+ new legacy funds were created at the Community Foundation. Here are the figures and facts, and here are some of the new faces of philanthropy from this year. We are grateful to each person who has created a legacy fund, more than 400 strong at this point. And even more so, we are deeply honored that over 170 people have let us know that they have made arrangements for a planned gift to their legacy fund at the Community Foundation. You know my saying about planned giving, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yes, it's so hard to believe that so many people were able to support the community during such a difficult time. But it makes sense, and here's why. Number 1, we've got an important mission connecting people that care with causes that matter now and forever. Number 2, we're in a prosperous county filled with abundance and generosity. Number 3, we learn best practices from around the country and we apply them here in Chester County. Number 4, 5, and 6, we have an incredible board, staff, and volunteer network. Number 7 and 8, our financial planning and risk management is strong. Number 9, we have terrific investment partners, our CIO firm of Hurdle Callahan and a dozen medallion partners, all of whom pass stringent due diligence criteria. And number 10, we have an extremely strong network of door openers. They are professional advisors who bring up the legacy philanthropy topic when clients have charitable involvement. Take a look at these people. They are some of the best estate planning attorneys, CPAs, wealth managers, and insurance professionals in the region. In 2017, the Community Foundation surprised me with the Door Opener Award. It's easy to talk about the Community Foundation with clients and friends who have charitable intentions. And I guess I talked a lot about it in 2017 because a big handful of people I spoke with created legacy funds at the Community Foundation. But now it's my turn to surprise somebody. Tony, Anthony Morris, Esquire.
I didn't know this.
Oh, the other one. Da 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 da.
Tony, on behalf of the Community Foundation, please accept our 2020 Door Opener Award.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I did that. Wow. Whoa.
Good surprise?
Yeah.
Good surprise?
Well, I really am surprised.
Good.
Very surprised. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Still working at it. Oh my gosh.
Very good, right?
Very good.
Yeah, thanks. That's an honor. It's a true honor. I appreciate it very much.
Well, Tony, it's actually not really a surprise that you got the Door Opener Award, because before you served as chair of the board, you were amazing at getting the word out about the Community Foundation. But then when you became chair of the board, you were even more vocal and just more generous about saying the Community Foundation so many times to clients, friends, colleagues, and you had so many people walk in the door of the Community Foundation during your tenure as chair. So we needed to wait until you weren't chair of the board anymore so that we could bestow the Door Opener Award upon you. So thank you for everything.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well deserved,
Michael,
Tony.
thank you. Appreciate it. Really do.
Do you want to say anything? I mean, maybe talk about the fund you created and...
Well, my wife and I started a fund years and years ago in memory of a very dear friend who died at an early age, and that was sad, but we've been really very, very happy to continue his legacy doing good works in Chester County and at Gettysburg College where he went. And after I first got involved, it was kind of easy for me to see that this was the thing to be involved with in Chester County. And so I have mentioned it to many, many clients, and some have come on board, and there are others who have let us know that will be involved with their legacy and their will. And it's nice to be in the company of someone like Mike with doing this. I think we both believe in the organization, and so it's easy to put out the word, especially when you see what the Chester County Community Foundation did this year in the midst of this mess that we're in. I mean, just the way we retooled to meet a crisis has been really impressive to me. So, had no idea, and I really appreciate it.
And we appreciate everything you do. Now, gentlemen, we have one more item to cover before this virtual annual meeting is over. It is another surprise. Tony, it's not for you. Hold on a second. You can have a seat. Mike?
Yes, Karen?
This is for Bob Rigg. You want to explain?
Sure. Bob is in California now, but we were able to catch up with him earlier in our new virtual world. Let's take a look.
So, Mr. Rigg, we have Mike DeHaven, Mike Horak, and Eva VaPlank on this phone call. And
Oh, Eva, how are you, dear?
Good to see you.
You know, it's at our age, it's good to be heard and seen.
Bob, I actually have to admit that we have led you here on false pretenses.
Oh,
Yeah.
now that's not fair.
Yeah, I know. Are you ready to find out why we're videotaping this Zoom call?
You do have my curiosity.
Mr. DeHaven, Chair, would you like to explain a bit?
Yes, I will, Karen. Bob, as our current board chair, is my pleasure to be able to make this announcement to you. In light of the fact that you've been affiliated with our community foundation since 2008, over 12 years as a vocal, gracious ambassador for legacy philanthropy, making plentiful introductions, referring friends, colleagues, professional advisors, CPAs, attorneys, etc. And since 2012, serving as a board member, chairing various committees over the years, chairing the board to lead us into our 25th anniversary, and creating your own family fund, joining the Legacy Society, and much more. Guess who the governance committee has recommended to deem board emeritus status?
Oh, that's very kind.
That's right,
very
Bob.
kind.
As chair of that committee, as chair of the governance committee, I wanted to remind you that the term director emeritus can be conferred on a retiring director who has made an outstanding, and we mean outstanding, contribution to the foundation in terms of all that it wants to achieve and its ability to do so in the future as well. So I have the pleasure of telling you that the governance committee, along with the entire board of directors, have unanimously extended this honor to you as of today, and you'll be joining the ranks of people including Eva Verplank, PhD.
I'm humbled on that alone.
Congratulations.
My turn now to say something. I've been an emeritus member for quite a while, and I think it really depends on what you make. You can be as active as you want to be or as inactive as you want to be, but you get all the materials that the board members get, and you may be asked to be on committees. And there's some of us who spend a fair amount of time with the community foundations. There are others who really don't. One of the things I keep saying is they can make you work, but you don't have a vote. You have a vote on committees, but not on the board. And yet your comments and your thoughts are going to be valued. So I hope you will enjoy this position.
Well, Eva, you have been an outstanding example to not only me, but to all the board members over the years. Mm-hmm. Your wisdom that you've been able to share with the foundation is always listened to by everyone that participates. I am literally humbled to think that I would be able to follow in your footsteps and others that are just such significant people in the community. I truly am humbled.
Bob, Eva does have the Emeritus secret handshake to teach you. Peter Temple can help with that as well. John Featherman, Wiggy Featherman, Carol Ware, Skip Houston. So there is a secret Emeritus handshake, which will be known. For some board members, we get different things for Emeritus. For you, we have this beautiful wine decanter engraved. When we gave Betty Moran a big bowl, she asked if she should drink gin out of it. So we decided not to do that for you. Eva, I don't know. I think you put fruit in your big bowl, but Bob, we thought
Yes.
Your wine spirits would do. What?
Christmas balls, gold balls at Christmas time.
Oh, Christmas ball. We know you will share much fine wine in this decanter as you ponder the future of the Community Foundation, and you'll find it useful for the continuation of all the introductions you make to the Community Foundation to help open doors to philanthropy now and forever. So welcome to the Emeritus Board Member status of the Community Foundation.
Well,
you still accept? You do accept, yes?
Oh, without question. I'm not sure that I'm worthy, but I will accept.
You're worthy. Welcome. Thank you.
We're looking forward to your continued involvement, continuing to be a cheerleader for us, and really, same as Eva does, to share your wisdom with us, your engagement. Eva is a great example for all Emeritus board members, and I know that you'll follow in her footsteps to do that.
Well, I will be honored, and I will also tell you though, gang, just like Eva, there's still a lot of steam in this damn boiler, and I feel strongly about the work you all have done, we all have done. And I feel equally strongly about what needs to be done in the future. So, I'll warn you guys. I still am an opinionated soul and feel very strongly that we owe an awful lot of debt to those less privileged and the various functions in our community that right now are struggling with this insidious virus. Challenging times, but for those that have the foresight to understand the significance of what we have to achieve and what we've got to do, well, I would be honored to play a role in that with the foundation.
We're so happy to hear that.
Very good. Thank you so much, and welcome to the Emeritus Club.
And I hope you
Thanks.
enjoy.
I will. Eva, as long as I get to do it with you, I will.
We hope you found our virtual annual meeting thought-provoking and inspirational. As we weather this COVID storm and navigate the waves of civil and social unrest, we urge you to take the long view. Each and every day, we are inspired by people's generosity in Chester County. More than 30 people created legacy funds in this tumultuous year. More than 170 people belong to our Legacy Society, knowing that where there's a will, there's a way.
We've always said that endowed funds are crucial so that there's money to fund nonprofit charities when crises happen and economic times are uncertain. This year has undoubtedly proven our point. Throughout this very difficult year, the Community Foundation paid out $2.9 million in grants and scholarships. In our first 26 years, we've granted over $46 million to strengthen our community, both locally and regionally. Because of each of you, the world is a better place to live, work, and enjoy.
The Community Foundation's aim is to connect, inform, and engage. Together, we will restore Chester County. Together, we will create a more equitable community where all can flourish. Together, we will continue to inspire and grow legacy philanthropy now and forever. Thanks for all that you do.
And thank you for your service as board chair, past and present. We'd also like to thank TaylorMade Media for producing this virtual annual meeting, and our new sponsor, S&T Wealth Management, for supporting this annual meeting. And now please, everyone, feel free to bring your favorite drink and join us for the virtual reception in our chat rooms. Thanks for all you do to grow legacy philanthropy, now and forever. I think it's time to tell these folks, Mr. DeHaven, about the commissioners.
Yeah, I agree, Karen.
So, Bob, when you said that you're interested in helping us to do more to help more people, I am incredibly pleased to announce that the Chester County Commissioners have awarded the Community Foundation a substantial amount of money to help make grants to help restore Chester County's nonprofits.
Wow.
With the Restore Chester County initiative, the commissioners are presenting the Community Foundation this week with $3.5 million to re-grant to Chester County's nonprofits. So is that terrific news? We urge all nonprofits to apply for us to grants to help restore from COVID and recover and pivot and get back to work safely with staff and volunteers. All nonprofits, health, human service, arts, culture, historic preservation, environmental groups, education groups. Isn't that terrific news?
Take one, Mark.
Take one of many. Just as our 25th anniversary. Sorry.
Say it 5 times fast.
Undertake some concerted strategic planning.
Yes, sir, Mike. Well, all right, I'll promise to be animated.
Do not drone.
Just do you.
All right. All right.
Our faces of philanthropy. We're all over Chester County.
Our faces of
I have a hard time with that word. I'm so
We
glad
can't fix it.
Tony has it, not me.
Hi. Oh,
He didn't say action.
right.
Action.
I am
Somebody said
ready.
go, and I was like, I guess
I am ready. Is anybody else ready? Is it
I'm
time
ready.
for...
action.
And then
COVID struck. That's so bad.
I knew on the 150th time it was going to get you down. Hi, I'm Anthony Mars, the Chester County Community Foundation. I'm here to ask for your $1 million gift. Thank you.